Hello there. Today's What If explores the Star Wars universe if Shilao saved Kummar. If you're unsure who these two characters are, they're both Legends characters and I have done a fact file on both of them. The Shilao one's already up on my channel and the Kummar fact file comes out tomorrow. I'll leave a link in the description below to both of the episodes. This What If picks up right before the canonical death of Kummar, as she and Shilao are fighting on the beaches of the Genoa Sea on Kali, their home world. This time, the couple are not split up and are able to hold off the invaders, pushing them once and for all off of their home world. Having wiped the Yamri from his home world, he turned to the other colonies and planets that they had previously invaded and began travelling the local systems, freeing them worlds of their horrible rulers. All of this interference in public politics would of course draw the attention of the Republic, whom would send 2 Jedi Knights to sort out the conflict, as we have seen so many times before. But as the people of Kali were not members of the Republic, they themselves would be seen as the invaders. Fine after fine, the planet of Kali was to be bullied under the name of this Republic for its attacks, with no focus on why they were retaliating in the first place. When San Hill, the chairman of the intergalactic banking clan, would eventually show up, Kali would not be as much of a barren wasteland as it would have its protectors warding off any future attacks. However, it would give the planet a chance to escape the Republic's chokehold. For paying off all of Kali's debts, the people joined Dooku's separatist alliance and were officially against the Republic and everything done under its roof. This splitting of the galaxy, we know, leads to a galactic war. However, Shilao was just Shilao. Grievous would not exist. There would be no mercenary for the banking clan, no general to lead Dooku's droid armies against the Republic's clones. Grievous would stay on Kali, perhaps still being offered his own droid detachment to keep both Republic off-world and to ensure Kali would not get in the way of the Sith's plans. But Shilao and Kummar would stay together, not separated by war, living their lives as they wish, protecting their people till the last breath. It is here where the story diverts from the couple and looks at the wider implications of the galaxy. A galaxy without Grievous and with no replacement to fill his cybernetic feat. Now without Grievous, the Separatists and the future Emperor would have no way of testing cybernetic enhancements, as Grievous was their main project for this. And as the war goes on, it is instead clones that would receive cybernetic modifications, making them appear more like droids as the war goes on, with their only purpose being to fight, and a minority in the Senate caring as much to stop such acts. This would fuel the clones' hatreds of droids, as their brothers are slowly becoming the very thing they swore to destroy. Without Grievous, there would also be many more Jedi around to help the Republic efforts in the war, as Grievous was a proficient Jedi killer himself, and his vast collection of lightsabers showed just how many of the Masters and Apprentices met an early end, all thanks to this machine. This would unbalance most of the war, as the Republic would be pushing the Separatists around the galaxy without much hassle. The amount of droids still, however, being an issue for anyone standing in the Separatists' way. In fact, without the funds going towards Grievous's enhancements, more money would be put into droid production, which would see more droidicas and the like around the galaxy, and perhaps some upgrades given to current droid models. One set of droids in particular would not see as much action, as they were designed by Grievous himself after his own bodyguards from his homeworld of Kali, and him having not left Kali would not design such machines, and would mean the attack on Rishi Station would not have happened, leaving us with Heavy alive and well, ready to fight another day. Grievous would not be there to oversee the Malevolence campaign, perhaps giving the Republic another victory shortly after the Battle of Christophsis, and I doubt any other members of the Separatist Council would have been able to do better. And the staff officers of the Separatists didn't always succeed given the opponent was a Jedi. no fighting Kenobi, capturing Koth, losing Adigalia. The most notable difference without Grievous would be the massacre on Dathomir. Having just been attacked by Night Sisters, Dooku would personally lead the attack on Dathomir. However, unlike Grievous' Master of Defense with his 4 blades, able to withhold almost anything that came his way, Dooku would play smarter and stand back as he allows his droids to do all the work. With the Night Sisters using their magic in a similar way we see in the Clone Wars arc, this would prove a very smart decision for Dooku, as he would be in increasing pain from the voodoo attack of both Mother Talzin and Old Daka. Only this time there would be no Grievous to defend him. Asajj Ventress following the trail of magic, much like Grievous did to find the source of the trickery, would locate Dooku and would finish him off swiftly, changing the course of the war entirely. With the loss of Dooku and the absence of Grievous, there would be no attack on the Republic's capital that we see at the start of Revenge of the Sith, and the Supreme Chancellor would have nowhere else to turn but his clones.
Execute Order 66.
With Order 66 executed, we see a swift end to the war. However, no peace amongst the galaxy, as, with no empire to take its place, Palpatine is back to square one, only this time with the Night Sisters and Maul's Shadow Collective still standing in his way, as well as the Jedi who were able to survive an attack from the army it was already cautious of, thanks to the clone's mysterious origins. Perhaps a theory for another time. Thank you for listening to this What If, and it's great to see how changing one character arc leads the galaxy to a whole new position. For instance, Grievous doesn't seem to have that main of a role, however taking him out completely turns the tide of the war. Now, perhaps Dooku wouldn't have died so swiftly, and perhaps Grievous would have just been replaced by another person. However, I really wanted to delve deep into this What If, and rather than just replacing a character and saying that the story would play out just as we know, I thought I'd take the extreme measure of completely removing any similar characters and seeing just how this would affect the war and the wider Republic. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, as it does encourage me to make so many more. I really enjoy this sort of video. And let me know down in the comments any other what ifs or theories you'd like to see turned into these videos. I have a few comments already I'm turning into videos for the next few weeks, and I do have plenty of my own theories to add in between. And I cannot wait to share such amazing stories with all of you guys who enjoy them just as much as me, it seems. May the Force be with you always.